The aroma of roasted beans hangs heavy, a perfect, comforting blanket over the cafe. Soft jazz hums from hidden speakers, a gentle lullaby for the soul. Patrons sip their lattes, a serene smile fixed on every face, unwavering and calm. Their eyes, however, reflect a peculiar emptiness, a glassy sheen betraying the forced joy. Laughter echoes, polite and measured, devoid of genuine mirth or spontaneous delight. Each sip seems to smooth away rough edges, leaving behind an unsettling, placid contentment. The air feels thick with an artificial peace, a manufactured solace clinging to every surface. A young woman stares into her cup, her lips curved, yet a shadow darkens her unseeing gaze. Her hand trembles slightly as she raises the porcelain, a silent tremor beneath the calm facade. The coffee smells impossibly perfect, a fragrant illusion masking a deeper, unsettling truth. Its richness seems to coat the senses, dulling any discordant notes of genuine emotion. A barista behind the counter wipes a spotless surface, his smile stretched unnaturally wide. His fingers twitch, a nervous energy fighting against the serene mask he desperately maintains. Sweat beads on his brow, despite the cool air, a testament to his internal struggle. He glances at the espresso machine, a flicker of fear momentarily disrupting his fixed expression. The machine whirs with an almost sentient purr, a rhythmic hum that permeates the entire space. It gleams under the soft lights, an altar of comfort, silently demanding its strange tithe. The crew enters, their worn tools, a stark contrast to the cafe's polished, pristine gleam. Luma's eyes scan the electrical panel, her brow furrowed with analytical focus and growing concern. Her portable meter hums, detecting an anomalous energy spike, invisible to the cafe's own gauges. There's an extra power draw, a phantom consumption not accounted for in the building's blueprint. It emanates directly from the espresso machine, a hungry pulse hidden beneath its sleek exterior. Pox kneels, his ear pressed to the polished floorboards near the counter, listening intently. He hears a faint, rhythmic suction, a soft, insistent whisper from deep within the cafe's structure. It's a subtle drawing sound, like air being pulled through a straw, constant and unnerving. The sound seems to come from directly beneath the machine, a hidden mechanism at work. Moss breathes in the cafe's signature scent, then shivers, a strange unease settling upon her. Beneath the sugary sweetness, a faint, metallic tempest of sorrow lingers, almost imperceptible. She senses a profound sadness, a collective grief, trapped and compressed behind the cheerful facade. It feels like emotions are being drawn out, leaving behind only the hollow echo of happiness. Stitch, with his meticulous eye, examines the gleaming espresso machine's drip tray carefully. He notices a single, perfect bead of liquid, shimmering like dew, but not evaporating. It looks like a tear, crystalline and dense, defying the natural laws of moisture and air. The bead holds an unnatural stillness, reflecting the cafe lights with a somber, deep glow. He gently touches the glistening droplet with a gloved finger, a curious instinct guiding him. A sudden, jarring memory floods his mind, sharp and vivid, not his own experience. He sees a dark, damp basement, the air thick with despair and chilling dread. A primal scream rips through the memory, raw and agonizing, echoing in his startled awareness. The sensation of profound loss washes over him, a wave of alien grief overwhelming his senses. He recoils quickly, the memory fading, leaving a cold residue of fear in his heart. The tear remains, undisturbed, a silent witness to the chilling vision it just imparted. Tick, ever observant, watches the patrons, noting a curious, synchronized rhythm among them. Every customer finishes their drink at the exact same second. A synchronized, unsettling ritual. Their cups clink down in unison, a chorus of porcelain against saucers, perfectly timed. A collective sigh escapes them. A soft, almost inaudible exhalation of manufactured peace. They rise from their seats, moving with a dreamlike grace, their faces still wearing empty smiles. No one seems to notice this strange synchronicity lost in the cafe. Pervasive, false calm. Tick's internal chronometer registers the precise, identical duration of each patron's visit. It's as if an unseen conductor guides their every action, orchestrating their emotional removal. The barista watches them leave, his trembling hand still wiping the counter. A silent automaton. Luma points to a subtle discoloration on the wall behind the espresso machine, almost invisible. It's a faint, dark line, a barely perceptible stain running vertically down the pristine surface. Parks carefully pries open a section of the wall paneling, revealing the hidden infrastructure. Behind the plaster, a narrow pipe gleams dully, snaking downwards into the building's depths. A faded, peeling label is affixed to the pipe. Its metallic surface feels strangely cold to the touch, colder than the surrounding pipes. This pipe, however, carries no visible waste, no murky liquids, or discarded remnants. Instead, something luminous and thin pulses within its translucent walls. A faint, ethereal glow. It shimmers with a pale, almost invisible energy, flowing silently, relentlessly, downwards. The substance moves with a viscous, slow current, like liquid moonlight or stolen breath. Moss reaches out, her fingers hovering near the pipe, feeling the subtle vibration of its contents. A low hum emanates from it, a faint, resonant thrumming that vibrates deep within her bones. She senses the pipe as a conduit for something vital, something essential, being drained away. The luminous flow appears to be composed of countless, tiny, shimmering motes of emotional residue. It's the essence of feeling, extracted and condensed, flowing like a river of unseen tears. The pipe leads straight down, a silent artery disappearing into the earth beneath. Its trajectory suggests a direct connection to the unseen, hungry foundation below the city. The implications? Chill them! This cafe is a siphon, a collector of human emotion. Suddenly, Luma's come. Unit crackles, the mayor's stern voice echoing through the quiet cafe. Crew, this is a direct order, the mayor's voice commands, laced with subtle menace. Do not disrupt local morale. The cafe provides an essential service for our citizens. His words carry an undertone of warning, a chilling reminder of FluffTown's enforced tranquility. The crew exchanges uneasy glances, sensing the delicate balance they are about to shatter. A few regulars, still lingering, approach them hesitantly, their placid smiles wavering. Please, a woman pleads, her voice soft but desperate, her eyes still holding that strange sheen. Please, don't shut it down. This is the only place I ever feel truly okay. Her words are a fragile shield, protecting her from the messy reality of her own feelings. A man nods vigorously, his gaze unfocused, clinging to the manufactured comfort of the cafe. It fixes everything, he murmurs, clutching his empty cup like a lifeline, a desperate plea. Their desperation is palpable, a stark contrast to their usual serene, unburdened demeanor. They fear the return of their true emotions, the inconvenient truths the cafe has suppressed. Moss steps forward, her voice a low, firm whisper, cutting through the cafe's false calm. Feeling okay shouldn't cost your very soul, she states, her gaze unwavering, full of conviction. Her words are a stark truth, a challenge to the pervasive sedation that governs Fluff. The patrons flinch, a flicker of something raw and painful crossing their placid faces. It has a fleeting glimpse of the true emotions buried deep beneath the cafe's potent influence. The barista, his smile finally cracking, drops his rag, his eyes wide with silent terror. He understands the price, the cost of manufactured happiness, a debt he silently carries. The luminous pipe pulses faintly, responding to the rising tension. A hungry, rhythmic throb. The crew prepares, their tools gleaming, ready to confront the insidious heart of the machine. Luma begins to reconfigure the espresso machine's intricate internal mechanisms with swift precision. Her nimble fingers dance across circuits, rerouting energy flows, bypassing the extraction core. She aims to vent the accumulated pressure outwards, transforming the siphon into a release point. The machine whirs differently now, a subtle shift in its deep resonant pas signaling change. No longer does it draw inward, but instead, a gentle, unseen current begins to emanate. Pox swiftly works on the exposed pipe, his hands steady, preparing to install a crucial component. he produces a small, intricately crafted, one-way valve, glimmering dully in the dim light. This valve is designed to block the downward flow, severing the connection to the foundation below. With expert precision, he cuts into the pipe, the luminous liquid momentarily hesitating its descent. He carefully inserts the valve, securing it with clamps, creating an impassable barrier within. The ethereal glow within the pipe flickers, then diminishes, unable to pass the new obstruction. A subtle vibration runs through the pipe, a faint struggle against the newly imposed blockage. Stitch follows, his needle-like tool poised, ready to seal the breach in the pipe's integrity. He uses a specialized heat-resistant thread, shimmering with embedded metallic fibers. Strong and resilient, with painstaking care, he stitches the pipe seam shut, a delicate yet powerful act of defiance. Each stitch is a deliberate act of mending, binding the severed connection, restoring wholeness. The thread glows faintly as it tightens, fusing with the pipe's material, making it impenetrable. The pipe, once a conduit of silent theft, is now sealed, its predatory function revoked. The luminous flow above the valve now pools, unable to continue its journey into the depths. A low, frustrated hum emanates from the sealed pipe, a sound of thwarted appetite from below. The cafe lights flicker nervously, responding to the disruption, like blinking coded prayers. The soft jazz music skips, a momentary discord, breaking the pervasive, artificial harmony. A chill permeates the air, a stark contrast to the cafe's previous oppressive warmth and comfort. The sweet aroma of coffee suddenly feels cloying, a suffocating blanket rather than a solace. The patrons, still seated, begin to stir, a subtle unease rippling through their placid forms. Their glassy eyes lose their vacant stare, replaced by a nascent flicker of genuine awareness. A woman at a cornered table gasps, her hand flying to her mouth, a sudden shock of recognition. Tears well in her eyes, unbidden and raw, trace and paths down her previously serene cheeks. She remembers a forgotten grief, a deep sorrow the cafe had meticulously siphoned away. A man across the room slams his fist on the table, a sudden surge of righteous anger. His face contorts with rage, remembering betrayals, injustices, all previously dulled by false peace. Other patrons begin to sob openly, their shoulders shaking with the weight of returned sorrow. Some clutch their heads, overwhelmed by a sudden deluge of suppressed memories and feelings. The cafe transforms, no longer a haven of false peace, but a crucible of raw, messy emotion. The air thickens with genuine human feeling grief, anger, confusion, and profound relief. The saccharine coffee scent gives way to the pungent temps of tears and the metallic taste of fear. A few patrons, unable to bear the onslaught, scramble from their seats, fleeing the raw truth. They stumble out the door, desperate to escape the painful resurgence of their authentic selves. One man points an accusing finger at the crew, his face a mask of bewildered fury and betrayal. He doesn't understand, only feels the sudden, agonizing return of his true, unvarnished feelings. The barista, who had been frozen in terror, suddenly collapses behind the counter, a heap of relief. His stretched smile finally breaks, replaced by a profound, shuddering sob of liberation. He weeps, not from sadness, but from the immense burden finally lifted from his weary soul. His body shakes with the release, a curse of enforced cheerfulness finally broken and gone. Moss approaches him, her hand gently resting on his shoulder, offering silent, empathetic comfort. She understands the cost of false peace, the silent suffering inflicted by the Foundation's reach. Luma watches the chaos, a grim satisfaction mingling with a deep sadness for these unwitting victims. The espresso machine, now reconfigured, stands silently, its predatory hum replaced by a quiet whir. It no longer draws, but exhales, a faint, cleansing mist now rising from its vent, purifying the air. The cafe, though filled with turmoil, feels more authentic, more alive than it ever has before. The crew stands amidst the emotional storm, witnesses to the raw, beautiful mess of humanity. They know this is the price of truth, the painful but necessary unraveling of manufactured serenity. The drip tray, previously holding a single tear, now glistens with a multiplying phenomenon. 3 distinct beads of liquid grief appear, shimmering with an intensified, unsettling luminescence. These new tears are darker, denser, pulsing with a subtle, internal light. Unlike the first, they roll slowly across the metallic surface, drawn by an unseen force, defying gravity's pull. The beads arrange themselves precisely, forming a perfect, equilateral triangle on the tray. Within the center of this luminous triangle, the crew's emblem mysteriously materializes. It's a faint, glowing outline, a symbol of their unity, now eerily framed by the dark tears. The emblem pulses with a soft, internal light, mirroring the sinister glow of the liquid beads. The cafe lights, which had been flickering erratically, suddenly dim, then blink once, in unison. It's a deliberate, synchronized blink, a cold, calculated signal from an unseen observer. The air chills further, a palpable presence descending, heavy with a silent, watchful menace. The collective sorrow in the cafe seems to intensify, feeding this new, chilling atmosphere. A low, resonant hum vibrates through the floor, a deep thrumming from far below the surface. This is not the machine's purr, but something vast, ancient, and profoundly The foundation beneath FluffTown has taken note. Its immense, silent gaze now fixed upon them. Its appetite has been denied, its silent siphon severed, and it acknowledges their defiance. The blinking light communicates a stark, chilling message etched into the crew's very souls. A cold dread settles upon them, a heavy weight of recognition for the power they have challenged. The luminous tears on the drip tray begin to expand slowly, their dark energy intensifying. They ripple outwards, sending faint concentric circles of dark light across the tray's surface. The crew emblem within their triangle glows brighter, as if illuminated from within the liquid itself. It pulses with a defiant light, a beacon against the encroaching darkness of the tears. The barista, now calmer, rises slowly, his eyes fixed on the glowing, symbolic tears. He recognizes the emblem, a symbol of hope, now entangled with the foundation's dark mark. His fear returns, but this time it is mixed with a nascent spark of desperate, fragile courage. The cafe silence, once oppressive, now holds a tense, expectant quality, a held breath. The air crackles with unseen energy, a silent battle of wills between the crew and the foundation. Tick's chronometer emits a low, warning chime, detecting a subtle shift in the local temporal flow. Minutes are not missing here, but moments are now hyperware, painfully present and raw. The black sap motif whispers through the air, an unseen debt now acknowledged by the town. The tools in Pox's belt vibrate faintly, as if sensing the challenge, their edges now sharper. Moss shivers, feeling the weight of the foundation's gaze. A cold, hungry awareness. Luma examines the blinking lights, recognizing a pattern, a coded message in the sudden darkness. It's a language of warning, a silent prophecy etched in the very infrastructure of the cafe. Once a place of enforced cheer, is now a silent battlefield of truth and suppression. The patrons, slowly recovering, watch the crew with a mixture of fear, gratitude, and confusion. Their emotions, though painful, are their own again, a precious and terrifying gift of freedom. The espresso machine hums softly, a testament to its transformation, a silent guardian of truth. The luminous pipe above the valve pulses with contained energy, a restless, shimmering pool. It cannot descend, but it still exists, a reservoir of raw emotion, waiting for release. The foundation's presence feels closer, a vast, unseen entity stirring beneath their feet. Its hunger is palpable, a silent growl from the depths, demanding its stolen sustenance back. The crew knows this is only the beginning, a single skirmish in a much larger, darker war. They stand united, their resolve hardened, facing the unseen enemy that now openly watches them. The glowing tears on the drip tray throb with a deeper, more ominous light, intensifying their message. They seem to pulse in sync with the low hum from beneath the floor, a shared, dark heartbeat. The crew's emblem within the triangle of tears grows brighter, its light fighting against the encroaching gloom. It's a fragile beacon, a symbol of their defiance against the overwhelming power of the Foundation. The air in the cafe grows heavy, almost suffocating, with the unseen presence of the ancient entity. A subtle shift in air pressure makes their ears pop, an unsettling sensation of deep, subterranean movement. The barista, still trembling, looks at the crew, his eyes pleading for guidance, for protection. His face, though tear-streaked, holds a newfound determination, a quiet resolve to face the truth. Moss feels a cold dread creep up her spine, sensing the immense, hungry consciousness below them. It's a primal hunger, an insatiable appetite that has been fed by FluffTown for far too long. Luma's gaze sweeps the cafe, searching for any further signs, any more coded warnings in the environment. The flickering lights have ceased their erratic dance, now holding a steady, ominous dimness. The silence is profound, broken only by the distant, muffled sobs of the still recovering patrons. Each sob is a testament to the pain of awakening, the difficult journey back to authentic. Pax checks his tools, ensuring they are secure, a silent preparation for the battles yet to come. His hands are steady, but his jaw is clenched, a grim resolve etched onto his determined face. Stitch looks at the sealed pipe. His work, a small victory, but a victory against a colossal foe. The heat-resistant thread holds firm, a barrier against the unseen forces that crave emotion. Tick's internal chronometer still registers the temporal anomaly, a subtle distortion of time's flow. The missing minutes, now returned to the patrons, leave a lingering sense of disorientation. The cafe patrons slowly begin to rise, their faces etched with a mixture of pain and dawning clarity. They look at each other, seeing for the first time the true, unvarnished emotions in their eyes. A fragile sense of community begins to form, forged in the shared experience of their emotional reawakening. They grasp hands, offering silent solace, understanding the profound cost of their manufactured happiness. The barista, wiping his eyes, offers a genuine, albeit watery, smile to the recovering patrons. His smile is imperfect, real, a stark contrast to the hollow cheer he was forced to maintain. The espresso machine hums a different tune now, a song of release, not of silent extraction. Its steam no longer carries stolen emotions, but simply the rich, honest aroma of coffee. The luminous liquid in the pipe above the valve pulses, a contained energy, a restless, trapped light. It's a reminder of the Foundation's reach, its pervasive influence even in this moment of victory. The crew knows this battle is won, but the war against the Foundation is far from over. They have exposed one of its arteries, one of its insidious methods of control and consumption. The blinking lights in the cafe deliver their final, chilling message, echoing in the heavy air. The words form silently in the crew's minds, imprinted by the Foundation's malevolent will. We see you! The message resonates, cold and clear, a direct threat, an undeniable declaration. It's not just a warning, it's a recognition, an acknowledgement of their growing interference. The drip tray tears, still glowing, seem to burn brighter with this final, chilling pronouncement. The crew emblem within their triangle intensifies its defiant glow, a challenge to the unseen power. A profound silence falls over the cafe, a palpable tension as the weight of the message settles. Every breath feels like an act of defiance, every heartbeat a drum against the Foundation's will. Moss feels the Foundation's anger, a vast, ancient fury stirring beneath the very ground they stand on. Its hunger, though thwarted here, only grows, its tendrils reaching out for new sources of sustenance. Luma closes her eyes for a moment, processing the data, the patterns, the undeniable truth of their foe. The town itself seems to hold its breath, sensing the shift, the awakening of its deep, hidden core. The motifs of FluffTown now seem clearer. Blinking lights as coded prayers, black sap as living debt, missing minutes as stolen truth, breath as ownership, tools that dull like fading memory. The crew stands united, their faces grim but resolute, facing the invisible enemy that has declared itself. They have pulled back a layer of FluffTown's illusion, revealing the hungry maw beneath its soft facade. The question lingers. If a town can be repaired forever, does it ever truly have to heal? They realize healing is messy, painful, and often resisted by those who prefer sedation. The cafe, now a place of raw emotion, is a testament to the difficult, necessary path of truth. The barista, his eyes still red, offers the crew a small, grateful nod of understanding. He knows the cost, but also the invaluable freedom of feeling his own painful emotions. The patrons, though still reeling, begin to move with a renewed sense of purpose. If not comfort, they gather their belongings. Their movements, now deliberate, no longer guided by unseen forces. The cafe doors open, letting in the cool, honest air of FluffTown, a stark contrast to the interior. The crew prepares to leave, their mission accomplished, but a new, larger threat now unveiled. The drip tray tears remain, a constant reminder of the Foundation's watchful, malevolent presence. They know their actions have consequences, that challenging the Foundation comes with a steep price. The next step is unknown, but their resolve is clear. They will continue to seek the truth. The whispers of the Foundation grow louder in their minds, a silent promise of retaliation. They are now marked, acknowledged as disruptors in the Foundation's carefully constructed illusion. The air outside feels crisp, yet carries a new, subtle chill, a lingering echo of the cafe's events. FluffTown itself seems to shimmer, its soft edges appearing more fragile, more easily torn. The crew walks into the twilight, their steps heavy with newfound knowledge, but also determination. The streetlights ahead blink in a familiar, coded rhythm, a silent conversation in the growing dark. They now recognize the language, the town itself trying to warn them, trying to remember. Each blink is a word, a fragment of truth, a piece of the puzzle of FluffTown's dark secret. The town's infrastructure is indeed speaking, remembering, and desperately warning them all. The Foundation beneath everything is not just machinery. It is a sentient, hungry appetite. They are approaching the town's sealed pressure valve, the place where silence is manufactured. This is where the Foundation's true power resides, where its deepest secrets are kept hidden. The weight of this realization settles upon them, a heavy cloak in the deepening night. The cafe, now behind them, stands as a monument to their first direct confrontation with the unseen foe. Its windows glow softly, a different kind of light now, one of truth, not of manufactured serenity. The aroma of coffee, no longer cloying, drifts on the breeze. A simple, honest scent. The crew glances back, a silent farewell to the place where hearts were unburdened, painfully so. Their journey continues, guided by the blinking lights and the whispers of a forgotten truth. The Foundation has shown its hand, and the crew has accepted the perilous, necessary challenge. They are no longer mere repairmen. They are truth seekers, challenging the very fabric of their world. The Café of Unpaid Smiles now holds genuine tears, a testament to the crew's brave intervention. The drip tray, with its glowing, triangular emblem, remains a silent, potent declaration. The lights blink one final, deliberate time, a message chillingly clear in the encroaching darkness. We see you! The words hang heavy, a promise of what is yet to come, a silent, terrifying vow.